Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have a little bit of YouTube history that just happened as of only like 1 or 2 hours ago, where one of the biggest content creators now, Mrbeast, has now finally claimed his spot on the very top of the YouTube hierarchy. Now, it's kind of crazy thing too, because no one back in the day, myself included, ever thought that, well, the Pewdiepie, one of the biggest content creators on the entire planet for quite some time, would ever really be overthrown. But as of today, and I'm going to talk about this, talk about what's going on, talk about the insane amount of subscribers that's even been being made by Mrbeast as the second to as well, and just kind of, I guess, celebrate the fact that we now kind of have a new king of YouTube. Now, I know some of you guys might be a bit older, or as well, maybe just don't even necessarily care, but nonetheless, when it comes to YouTube, it's just always intriguing to see, like, what is the king? Who is the king? And also, how many brand new people have joined social media? But even on top of that, how even more crazy was that someone like Pewdiepie even had so many subs in the first place multiple years ago. So let's go talk about this, and well, congratulations to Mrbeast, one of the biggest streamers, content creators, YouTubers, TikTokers, whatever, on the entire planet. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have a $500 PS5 or Xbox giveaway going on. Just have to be subscribed to enter. Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have all the nice little Amazon and Target links as well. And let's dive into the news. So as you guys could probably go and tell on very surface level stuff, number one, Mrbeast, one of the biggest content creators in the entire planet, has now finally officially succumbed and passed Pewdiepie as the kind of almost undisputed king of YouTube as of right now, with 111 million subscribers. Now, they kind of have like the big difference because there's that T-Series channel that has like 200 million subs, somehow crazy. But I think a lot of YouTubers are kind of saying like, hey, this is a pure YouTube guy who started off on YouTube like grassroots. Kind of the same thing that Pewdiepie did himself, who just started by, both these guys actually just started by making gaming videos. And it's also kind of funny too, because Mrbeast had one of his very first ever videos on Pewdiepie himself. I think he made a random video forever ago talking about how much money Pewdiepie makes on a YouTube video. And well, that kind of went and started history. But as you guys can kind of go and see, and I'll show more specifics soon, right now, Mrbeast himself is at the 111 million subscribers. Well, if you go look at Pewdiepie himself too, at the good old 1111. Now, as you guys can probably go and tell too, it depends on the total numbers, but we're seeing a lot of like the live videos, as you guys can see right here, where they have just the live stats. And it's almost crazy just to see these numbers as well. So it does look like still Mr. Good Old Pewdiepie is still getting loads and loads of views, and you can kind of see the views still going up. But subscriber count wise, he's definitely been, I don't want to say faltering, but it just kind of goes to show he's on a somewhat different level. If you guys go look at Mrbeast, although he has less total views, a lot of these views are more relevant and they're getting pushed in the algo more, and you guys can keep on seeing those numbers going up and up and up. But it's kind of crazy to go and see, because although Pewdiepie hit 10 billion more views, which I think just kind of goes to show on how long Pewdiepie has been, well, doing this stuff in the system, but as well just on how many views he actually hit. And like, you gotta admit, even back in the day before the internet was as big as it was, or same with TikTok or whatever, Pewdiepie even hitting 100 million subs was probably one of the craziest feats I think ever seen, especially for the time of the internet and how small YouTube was as a platform. So you always have to go give respect to someone like, over there for Pewdiepie himself, which I think is impressive. You gotta admit that's some pretty impressive numbers. But when it does come with Mrbeast too, you guys all could probably agree, if you guys are familiar with his content, he is just a whole nother breed, where he just wants to invest all of his money, all of his time, all of his effort into making content. And obviously, it kind of goes to show on his channel himself. Like, it's very crazy to see. Because if you guys even look at the most recent videos, I mean, even look at the video that was up 2 days ago, 2 million views, 75 million views, 70. This one's a little bit of a flop, I guess. 65 million, 80 million. Like, some of these videos, like, in case you guys want a context, I have like 14 million total views on my YouTube channel. Mrbeast probably gets that like in a per day. Because if you guys look at his actual YouTube stats, you guys can see he's basically getting 31 million views, 61, 28, 33, 43, 32, 33, 25. And look at how many millions of subscribers he's getting so often. Like, Mrbeast right now is on that huge growth. Like, 1 month he had 9 million subs. Someone could literally probably like make a career and retire and become rich off of 9 million subs, and he literally did that in 1 month. I think the same month as Squid Games, though. That just kind of goes to showing how astronomically crazy all of his stats are. And I think a lot of people who watch YouTube or like enjoy the content or whatever, even on like a surface level, I think they would really appreciate the fact that Mrbeast like does a good job. Like, he somehow has made 900 million views in the last few days. That's pretty impressive. Now, Pewdiepie, though, not to kind of bring him down too much, has definitely kind of been on like the I'm kind of chilling life. Now, for someone like PewDiePie, I think he's already said he hit his timeline. He did good. He was happy with what he did with his life on his content, and he's essentially coasting, chilling, and for all intents and purposes, he's retired. But I think he's kind of in the mindset of, well, if I can still somehow make like 1 million views a day, 2 million views a day, barely uploading, you wanna know what? Sure, I'll go upload like once a week to make a video, because that's kind of what he's looking like right now. 5 days ago, 9 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, etc. But it's like one of those things where if you're a YouTuber, you've just been doing it for so long, people still care, and you probably still have the passion to do it, but you just may not have the passion to want to do it literally every single day, although you might have the passion to still be around and talk and, kind of just be around and discuss. But you may not want to live the day-to-day, you may not want to open up your YouTube app every single day just to see stats. Yeah, at the end of the day, you might just want to be able to retire and enjoy yourself and, move on. And I think I'd be in the same exact boat too, because someone like PewDiePie, as I mentioned, hitting 100 million subs, I think the closest like secondary person for a long time was at like 30, if even then millions. So like that just kind of showed that there was like an 80, 70 million subscriber difference. And I'm sure if someone like PewDiePie, he really put in the effort or tried, he probably even as of now could probably start getting back in the grind and make a bajillion different views and new subs. But like I said, if you've been doing the rat race for 10 plus years and you already kind of made it, like you already were #1, sometimes you want someone to take that over. Sometimes you want someone just to be like, hey, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, like go on, go for it. Because I mean, if you've hit 28 billion views on YouTube, you are like 100+ millionaire with sponsors, with ads, everything else. You made some good money throughout the years. And especially with someone like PewDiePie who doesn't have like a team or like, big editing place, studio, whatever it might be, he's just more grassroots and chill. So it kind of goes to show the next level of someone like a Mrbeast, where Mrbeast himself has like a huge facility and employees, and they're kind of expanding out his business, which I think is honestly nothing wrong with that, especially because he's doing stuff like his Beast Philanthropy channel, which is still just doing great, doing awesome videos and making people happy. But I still think kind of the bigger things are all the other subsidiaries too as well, such as the Mrbeast Gaming too, making really good views on every single video, going viral every time. Mrbeast Reacts, which is also going pretty easy content, which is good editing too, and obviously all of his other random channels. But now a big thing too is note is like, you can kind of tell where Mrbeast has that entrepreneur mindset of pushing like the Feastables bars and the cookies, trying to push the Mrbeast burger. While someone like PewDiePie, I think, just did like, hey, here's a G Fuel sponsor and here's a chair. We can go from there. So you can kind of just tell some people are like just different. But it's very, very honorable to go and say that Mrbeast is like the #1 now subscribed king of YouTube. And I think that's a really cool thing to note, because he is someone who is a grassroots proper content creator who kind of still has a lot of those like they still interact with the community, they still make videos, they still do something, they're still involved, like they still care. Now some people are big corporates like a Jimmy Fallon or like, whatever. Like a Dude Perfect. I almost never see Dude Perfect on other videos or streams or tweeting at people. But Mrbeast, I've seen him in random poker tournaments. I've seen him showing up at League of Legends tournaments. I've seen him on Twitch streams. And at the same time, he's just making random videos and he seems like a nice, good dude. And he meets other people in the YouTube community. So I think that's kind of a big thing to note. Because when it comes to content, like, we could probably have someone worse out there. But someone like a Mrbeast, I think he's pretty good choice to be the king of YouTube. And as well, I'm going to be very curious to see where he keeps on going next, because it does seem like his videos are almost getting to the point where they're almost obscene on how crazy and how strange they actually are when it comes to these videos, such as I literally, bought my subscriber an island. Like, it's really hard to go and top these types of videos, so I'll be very curious to see what's next when it goes to survive 100 days in a circle, win $1 million or something like that in the future. But overall, I think it's cool. Like, I think it almost kind of sets a new era of content creation when it comes to TikTok, when it comes to YouTube, that the future is always potentially able to be beaten. And the fact at the end of the day is that some folks can go get millions upon millions of views and at the end of the day probably enjoy it. So I kind of want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Have you guys watched Mrbeast? Do you guys think it's cool? I just think it's crazy. It has 111 million subs, and the fact that PewDiePie did that many years ago as well. So give me your thoughts and comments down below, and as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway or $500 Xbox giveaway. Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow. We have the Webull, Target, and Amazon sign-up links too, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.